Hello, my peepers. I hope you're doing good and you're striving, you're being strideful, and uh, yeah. I just I feel like this is the best time for me to be channeling messages. I feel like a true witch. The witching hour, the witching night. Like, I am a night soul. I love being in the night, but so I'm getting this like if I care, I'll let you know. And I want to know what it is. And so I hope we're doing good as a collective. I hope we're moving forward no matter what. And through thick and thin, we have ourselves, and that's how it's going to be. So thank you, angels. Thank you, higher self. Thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you, angels. Thank you, everybody and everything that has brought me to this moment to be able to just even sit here with you guys, because it's like I feel like a lot of the time it's being just reiterated to you, and you just already have this sense of knowing. It's just, gratifying that feeling and exposing it to be like, okay, actually, yes, this is truth. But I feel like this motion that it's being moved on, it isn't like the ocean anymore. Because sometimes even with the motion of the ocean, you can predict how it's going to be moving. Like, they can tell that there's a big ass tsunami coming because of weather signals, radios, and just like scanning systems, right? But also, like, even just putting into perspective a small, like, if the waves are getting too heavy, the lifeguards are going to tell the people to start coming out, because they see that the waves are being too harsh, right? But they're able to see that. They're able to use their physical senses to be able to do that. But now it's like this realm of so that's why it can't be called emotion. And it can't really be called a flow, because you're already in the flow state. You're already in this abundance. I accept and I follow and I surrender. And this stepful value that you're holding, it's not really like, okay, you're there, but at the same time you feel that you're there, and you feel that you're there at like such a high point of leverage that you don't let yourself feel anything else. And when it is these things that arise, basically your inner voice telling you, let me think of a good example, because it literally just happened to me and it feels like a long ass time ago, but something of the abnormal, and like that you do of the abnormal, like, I don't know, many people may say it's abnormal, like, it's like in the back of your head, you're planning to either not do something or do something. But when you get to inside of your head, whether it is just taking a shower or making a cup of tea or making some food, or just like even in your daily life, once you start getting used to these things, it's like in those moments of like where you're supposed to be doing something and not aware of anything, these things kind of just make themselves aware. And because they make themselves aware, there's nothing that can hold you back from existing in that faith, in that fate of a timeline that you are. But it's like you've now just realized that it's the importance of evaluating the moment, and like the treacherous like guiding and guidance and the arrows that you're following and the journey. And so now with this thing that's like I guess, revolting, moving, aspiring, creating. It's a seasonal transition is what I'm hearing, but as you can hear it in my words, seasonal transition. For maybe a season, it will still feel like a transition, or maybe like it's like, let's think about it like this. Make this bubble right here that I'm making with my hands the time and space. And so you're like moving in that, and it's like you're just bouncing up and down, but it's like you're still gonna be in that bubble. Nothing can take you out that bubble. However fast or however slow you want to go, however high or the low, you're not gonna be able to get out of this bubble. It's for a season. It is to protect you. It is to prepare you. It is to like camouflage the lightness, the brightness that you have, because it is in a stunful way that you're gonna be using it, and it's not in a sense of like bad trajectory, bad focus, you're not gonna feel any of that. You're more gonna feel like a tone. You're gonna feel like a tone, and I'm seeing like okay, I saw blue basketball, and then blue jets, and it's like a garden and lots of greenery, and it's like outside, and that's what I have. But it's like this like but it's blue, and it's like when you make a basket, it's like you're gonna make a basket, and you're just gonna keep making baskets. But at the same time, it's like if you're playing a sport and you're like trying to get better in it and trying to focus on the things that you want to, there's different levels like agility, movement, and whatever level you want to raise up, you've chosen that level to raise up during this season of movement, season of change. And as it's letting you sit there in that moment, you're not feeling much more than what you have felt before. And because you're not feeling much more of what you felt before, it's like this cycle of feeling. But just remember, you're in this season of corresponding to what it is you need to be knowing. It's not really like they're restricting you, but they're more so like telling you, this is what you need to work on, this is where you need to be, and this is how you can listen. But when you don't allow yourself, first and foremost, to open to the word of God, to open to the word of the universe, to open your ears up to the word of spirit trying to speak to you, like, right? Nothing is a coincidence. And when these coincidences happen, we sort of feel like we're pushing the alignment, like we're forcing this alignment, like, oh, because the time is, as I look at the time, it was 8:44. But it's like our brains are making us think that we're like forcing this kind of like new version of ourselves. But it's like you've been here before, you've steadily gone on this pace before, and the only thing that is stopping you is the fear that you feel. But that fear is only stemming from yourself, from this gravity point of like all these things that you've been through. But it's like you're not overlooking that anymore. Like, that is a place in your heart, and that is a place inside of you that you go to, and you have a cup of tea there. You don't just like push that away anymore. You don't push yourself from knowing that place anymore. Even if it was pushing people away, the most that you did was push yourself away. And just by that, and then forcing yourself to be in these situations with these people that didn't bring you any good wasn't really advancing in anything. So in yourself, within yourself, not pushing anything away from yourself, letting it all gravitate to you, letting yourself know what you want and what you don't want. And when you don't want that, you set a boundary, you set a no, or you set a confident yes. Like, it's still taking time, it's still taking work, but when you flow into that state of mind and not much more of what you're going through in this season, don't worry about this season. It's like, I'm telling you, it's the season of like preparedness. And because you can be so in belief, in that belief system, that it is a season of preparedness, that it is this comfort mode that you're gonna be feeling soon right after. It's like you're gonna push as hard as you can, and you're gonna do all the work that you can, like as much as you can, and at the same exact time you're gonna rest, you're gonna meditate, you're gonna journal, you're gonna do everything that your mind and your body needs in order to participate in much more than helping yourself, but like the more that you're giving to yourself, just continue giving to yourself at this moment. At this moment, you don't need to worry about anybody else. Everybody has their triumph, everybody has their thing, but God is telling you that they are being taken care of. You don't need to worry about anybody else but you. And whenever Spirit is speaking to you, and whenever it is the Holy Spirit trying to guide you, whether it is from your ancestors, whether it is from somebody on the other side, or whether it is from God himself, or like the universe itself, you don't look away, like the fear that stems doesn't stem necessarily like because of you, because you're not afraid of like this. You're just afraid that you're not even afraid. You're not even afraid. It's more of like a longing, and it stems from fear, but it doesn't necessarily feel like it is this feeling and sensation of being witty or being, oh my god, like I need to make myself smaller anymore. Like, you're not feeling that anymore. It's more of like I am in power. I am this construction of rebuilding a new set on the foundation, on the ground, on the surface. And as much as you've been through, and as much time and time after time has shown you that this might not be the way, because that is what your brain is telling you, you still look past that and you still keep on pushing forward. And that's what amazes me, that it doesn't matter what it is you go through. Like, people could talk their shit and they're gonna talk all they're gonna want, and it's gonna get tiring and it's gonna get boring and it's gonna get obnoxious. But as long as you just, it's difficult. Somebody just can't tell you just do this and you're gonna do it for the rest of your life. But as long as you just diligently focus on what makes you smile, like just pay attention to when those moments happen, when it is that you get a smile, whether it is from a song or whether it is at looking at something, at looking at like a dog or something, or a certain animal, or or any small thing like that, you know. Also, like looking at yourself, you can get so happy looking at yourself, like skincare, all of that, like self-care, self-love. Honestly, like you can just be so infatuated, and with that, giving into yourself doesn't take away that one day you're going to be able to help somebody too. But that is not your time now. Your time now is to be so fortunate that you give yourself a fountain of streams of chaos of gold. And I feel like you work so much better in environments that kind of like not test you, but like in environments where you want to be like, I guess like you like to do the examining, but at the same time it's like you'd like to be challenged, and you'd like to be not seen as a step, right? Because, and I can go so deep into this honestly, but you're starting to think about all the things that you feel and what you don't want to be and how you don't want to see yourself, how you want others to perceive you, and how you'd go about doing that. But it's more of like at the end, through all of that gibberish, it's like you're just doing it for yourself. So whatever comes up and whatever arises in your mind right now, it's not really because of you, it's because of the stems from other wounds, you know. It's like it's this ongoing healing cycle, realm, place. And you know, you can make it whatever you want. You can make it whatever the fuck you want. And right now I am figuring it out. I'm figuring out my wants, needs, and desires. And first and foremost, I'm understanding that it takes patience and due diligence to my work and my sacredness and my peace of mind. Because God got me, God got you. The universe got me, the universe got you. The angels got me, the angels got you. The spirit got me, the spirit got you. You know, it's like our ancestors are moving us. They're holding our hands. They are transpiring for us. They have this, like, I'm hearing liquidation, fountain gold. I'm just seeing so much like richness, and it's richness from every single part. It is from love, it is from wealth, from health, and then to give to others. Ooh, baby, you can't even imagine what you're gonna give to others. And being that that is your most like prized possession, yeah, you're learning that giving to yourself and sitting with the fact that this is all yours. It's yours. And if you don't want to give it to nobody else, don't give it to nobody else. The fuck? But being that it's all yours, you have this enormous heart of being, maybe you've been called too nice or too like people pleaser and all this, but ooh, you're not that anymore. And you're gonna take what's yours and you're gonna sit on it. You're not gonna just give everything away that you know is sacred, you know was given to you, because it was given to you because you know how to hold it, because you know how to achieve it, and you know how to protect it and harvest it and make it grow and multiply it by more than 50 and multiply it by more than 100 and multiply it by more than millions. And to be given this grace, to be given this gratitude of just feeling that is an immense amount of like work, and you've done it this far. And literally, I promise you, if it is the way that I'm seeing it right now for you and you've really done that, it's like nothing can take you apart anymore. You know, it's this 10-year cycle everybody's talking about. It's the end of the cycle, and it's a new 10-year. And just take into account 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. Okay? You need at least 1 year to travel, maybe another year to travel. You know, and so wherever those years are, you know, you need time for preparation and all that. And I'm not saying this preparation is going to be a year. Not at all. I'm saying it's for a season. But that's just looking more toward the bigger picture, and more toward, sorry, and more toward the future and our being in that atmosphere. Because it's like we want to be there already, and we want to do that and have this and all that. And, you know, at the same time, we're being shown other lessons at the moment that we really need to integrate into our minds, into our soul, into our heart, into our bodies, to then that time comes upon us, we are ready, and we aren't hesitant. We're not doubting. We're not fleeting in the moment, with the moment, you know. Let the moment flee and let the moment fly away, but you're always going to be there. And I think that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, continue striving, continue being the beautiful person that you are, and don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Have a beautiful day, have a beautiful night. Peace and love.